Hey, y'all, this will be a quick little upload, so it's not an actual good edited video. And also don't mind what I'm doing. In the background, I'm just grinding for new artifact creature. But anyways, let's talk about the meteor. I'm guessing y'all have a brain and have noticed the giant violet star growing in size. Well, if you've been following up with updates, you should know it's not a star, it's a giant meteor heading straight for Sonaria. Now, what could this mean for Sonaria and its inhabitants? Well, if we're being realistic, this meteor is about, I'd say, maybe 1/20 of the map, which may not sound that big, but realistically, if it were to impact such a small landmass, it would have catastrophic effects, probably bringing up what people are calling a mass extinction-like event. If the devs were to be truly realistic, it would definitely create a huge crater on the map, probably change some of the geography, and definitely wipe out plants and animals near it. And I'm also guessing it would cause tsunamis to hit the central land mass and islands, causing much of the land-dwelling species to die. So it's most likely that small species will live on, and burrows or flyers will fly away to distant continents, as Sonaria itself is just an archipelago, meaning it's just some islands. So, yeah, that meteor would do some bad damage if we're being realistic. However, many people speculate that it will add a new biome, or maybe change the whole map. I doubt they'll change the whole map or add a new one, but maybe a new biome isn't that much of a stretch. However, I did see just a few of this theory. This other theory I would like to call the Daimona theory. I know the text-to-speech said it horribly wrong, but whatever. Anyways, I know Daimona isn't considered in the lore anymore, as Tambrush or whoever it was left Sonar Studios, so they aren't affiliated with the lore anymore. But I'm guessing most of y'all know already that Daimona was a distant planet that was home to many species that are actually in the game right now. To name a few, we have Yebiidi, Hemakai, and Hikorshi, as well as Sharhingaro, but is now Aritamuk. I won't go over the full lore, as you should just search up a video yourself. But to summarize, basically Daimona was hit with many mass extinction events, causing most of the species there to die off or to evolve quickly to survive the harsh environment. Now, there were a few oases, but they were really rare. And also, the warden-like species there died off all but one, the Sharhingaro generation. Basically, they had warden-like species or deities, but they worked like they had different generations. I'm guessing they had powers like the wardens, but they themselves died, as well as their godlike form. But presume if they can't create more of that species, then they must be dead. But please do correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, how those species got here were through an event which I think is called wormhole storms or something like that, where these surviving species were sent through. However, on Sonaria's side, we couldn't get through, as it was only a one-way portal. Anyways, back to the theory. So what if we, the players, are sent through a portal? Not to Daimona, of course, since that's out of the lore, I think, but to another planet to live off and get away from this disaster. It's a huge stretch, but I kinda like the theory, but it probably won't happen. But I mean, our situation is kinda like that of Daimona. And speaking of that, let's talk about the shrine texts. I've split them up into 4 categories. The most useless one is talking about how violet the meteor looks. Yes, violet, like the color violent. As you can see on screen, some warden texts will state how the meteor looks like a shining violet star, or just a violet color. This is the most useless one. However, it does tie into the lore event where the corruption was the same exact color as the meteor, which brings us to our second category, which is talking about the corruption this meteor brings. As you can see, this text is talking about how this meteor is corrupting anything it touches, and some other warden shrines do talk about rot and corruption, or how the world is losing its color due to the meteor. The third category is talking about how unrecognizable this meteor is. Could this be hinting at a creature the wardens used to know, which then got corrupted or was brutally disfigured due to the corruption? Could it be a corruption warden? Now our fourth category is the wardens talking about how fearful they are, or how you, the player, needs to seek refuge to escape the death this meteor will bring. The Aegean Warden talks about how those who are aquatic will be able to seek shelter in the depths of the map, whilst the land will be engulfed in a fiery hellscape. I don't know what y'all think, but this meteor definitely isn't good. And what it means for Sonaria itself, well, we'll just have to see. Now, that's the end of this video talking about a possible theory, and what this meteor could mean for the game. I will post another video with all the Warden's dialogue, so we can get a bigger picture on just how scared the literal gods of the game are. And I'd also love to hear your own theories. But anyways, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, and if you're not subscribed, please do. It helps a ton as I'm trying to get to content creator rank. Anyways, goodbye.